Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. It really means a lot to me. The layoffs at the CRO and sponsor level are beginning to, we're not beginning, we're like in the middle of layoff central at CROs and sponsors. At the sponsor level, there's a lot of mergers and acquisitions. So I just got approached. This video is kind of inspired by this person. They reached out to me on LinkedIn. Hey, my company, it's a small biotech. We just got acquired by a larger pharma. My job as a CTA, clinical trial administrator, I was one of the people let go. I think it was like 20% of the staff at the biotech. It happens in mergers and acquisitions. Do you think I can find this role somewhere else? The answer is no. Most likely, like these roles, CTAs and like project management associates, I'm seeing that getting outsourced a lot. This is why being a generalist matters. I've been talking about generalists in research as long as I can remember. My advice to this person was go to the local site near you, go to the sites in your area, and try to get any role you can. If it's the right kind of site, if it's a small enough site, sites are still hiring. We just hired, you're going to see her on Monday, our new employee named Jessica. She's a phlebotomy instructor, and she seems to be like a really good person. It's not going to be an admin. She's so good, I didn't even tell her this yet. I'm going to tell her in person. She has so much potential, the team believes in her so much. We're not even going to have her on the admin route. We're going to have her on the CRC route. So sites are still hiring. There's still studies at the site levels. So if you've been impacted by one of these layoffs, I know, coming from a nice sponsor where you're like in charge of everything and you're at the top of the food chain to the lowly community-based sites like Yuma Clinical Trials, like it's a huge change of scenery. But it's going to help you become a generalist. And from there, you can go in different directions. You can go CRA, Clinical Research Associate, which are not ever going to be outsourced, I don't think, not even by artificial intelligence, at least anytime soon. This is 2024 for those of you watching in the future. If you're watching this in 2044 and AI has changed CRA role, leave me a comment. It will be hilarious because I'm going to be 62 at that time, and I'll probably still be podcasting and vlogging. Maybe in this very car. I love this car. I'm going to keep it forever. But CRAs are not going anywhere. Sites are not going anywhere. That's all I know. A lot of other stuff, outsourcing is being a real thing, especially outsourcing overseas, especially Latin America, to all my colleagues out there in Mexico City and Colombia and Argentina and Brazil. There is a lot of outsourcing happening there, specifically with project management assistants and with CTAs. Study startup specialists, not so far that I've noticed. But I'm at the site level, and I interact with these people. Like I said, we're in startup mode right now for 2 studies. Soon to be, God willing, 6 more. I'm going to start paying more attention now. Who's emailing me, like what country they're coming from on the other side of the email chains. Sometimes you can't tell because they don't have like their location. But maybe I'll call one of these people and just ask them, hey, where are you based out of, if I may ask. But there is a lot of outsourcing, and the CROs are doing this. The big pharma's doing this. There was a safe haven at the small biotechs, but the risk with the small biotechs, they either get acquired or they go out of business, or they get bigger on their own, that's the least likely outcome. Usually it's they go out of business or they get acquired. When they go out of business, everyone loses their job. When they get acquired, a lot of redundancy from the buyer makes a lot of jobs redundant, which was the case here. So always be working on your skill set. Don't be afraid of trying new things. Don't be afraid of going to a site. It's not that bad. Yes, you might take a pay cut. Yes, it's probably not as glamorous. I think it's more rewarding. I'm very biased, but we have hands-on relationship with patients. We have hands-on relationship with CROs and sponsors, with other sites. Join a networking group like Latinos in Clinical Research. We welcome anyone from all backgrounds. Come to conferences that are affordable, like SOS, Save Our Sites Conference. Network, talk to people, find ways to get other roles in research. Even a tech vendor, maybe. Maybe your experience as a CTA at a sponsor level would come in handy depending on what you actually did. You probably worked with a lot of systems. With a tech vendor who's working on one of those kind of systems but trying to improve it. So let's not forget the tech vendors also, although they went through their recent financing drought, but the strong ones remain. But they are lean. There might be some role you can get there as a contractor as well, or a consultant. So that's my advice for you. Don't get stuck in just one role. That's what I want to do the rest of my career. No. The industry doesn't care about your wants. The industry cares about progress, and the industry cares about where the money's headed. So follow the flow of the money. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Good luck to everyone. Beef up your skill set. Beef up your networking skills. LatinosInClinicalResearch.com. SaveOurSites.com. Start networking with people. Bye-bye.